Is the amount of major arcanas. The crowning card is this Knight of Wands, okay? Bottom of the deck, the Two of Wands. Some of you have hit that fork in the road, okay? I guess for a lot of you, I think you're feeling, well, I've been at this fork in the road for a very long time, okay? That's the feeling that I'm getting. The ace has already been picked up, Leo. You've got it in your hand. And you're walking forward down a road and you've had, shall I go right, shall I go left? Now this is just breaking through you, this questioning. The crowning card is this Knight of Wands. He's either going to be a person or this is you. This is you. And that's the image I got of you. This very, very brave energy and very, very brave heart. And there seems to be a desire to claim something. That's what I'm feeling. Really, really, really odd sensation. And actually, because you've got so many major arcanas, I don't think I was wrong. Okay, two very interesting additional guidance cards have came up. First one is Yin. And you've got the Hanged Man and the High Priestess, both very, very divine vessel energies. Energies about receiving blessings, actually, and you've got the Star card, receiving guidance, blessings. It might be a little bit of a confusing time, Leo, okay? My advice, non-action. And I know there's this urge to claim something, to rise up. But it's almost that you're being transformed in a really deep level, which is mostly to do with your ability to receive something. Oh my gosh, what a strange reading. And then you get Soulmate card, okay? Now, a soulmate relationship, one of the most high drama relationships you'll ever have, they're weaved with destiny. And when something's weaved with destiny, it's weaved with high drama, partings, reuniting, heartbreak and loss, with renewal, okay? That is just the drama of a soulmate energy, okay? When people ask to meet their soulmates, I always just roll my eyes and go, are you sure? Because the drama, the heartache, the highs, the lows that come with it. But this is what you've got going on here. And there's fear, okay? So it's this, there's an urge to rise up, to find your direction. There's definitely fear. Fear is blockages in the channel of this forward motion. Yeah, always the case. Doesn't matter where it is in your life, there's something holding you back here. So where do I start with this reading? I'm sorry, I'm just looking at it and going, where do I start? I'm going to start right at the beginning. First two major arcanas, Temperance card with the Hanged Man. So this is, it's almost like, Leo, there's this need for such balance, okay? So the Temperance card is my Buddha card, as most of you know who know me, and the Buddha is the middle path, no extremities. It's like you're half divine and half animal. That's what we all are, and we're all trying to find that middle place where we accept that, but ultimately it's about no extremities of behaviour. I want you to do everything you can to keep some peace, even if it means going into total non-action, because that's what the Hanged Man says. The Hanged Man represents 3 days, okay? So most religions have a story of 3 days where we go into this place of non-knowing, surrender, in order to move forward. The Hanged Man hangs himself upside down for 3 days in order to receive this divine guidance. That's what the Yin card means. If you think of the crucifixion story, They're all very, very similar. And the temperance is about spiritualizing your emotions. And to spiritualize your emotions is simply to learn to trust your guts, for your mind and your heart to come into union. But I think you're being asked to go into a deep period of not knowing. A lot of people don't like the Hanged Man because it means that feeling of, well, I can't control things. But you have to trust me, Leo. I know it's frustrating, but something is being changed from within you. But it's definitely about receiving and receiving guidance, because next comes the High Priestess. This is really powerful, because the High Priestess is quite... This card, the Hanged Man and the Moon, are all about embracing the deep mystery of life, because everything grows in the dark, okay? Everything. It grows underground in the soil, and then it springs forward as new life. Yeah, that's exactly where everything grows, and you're in this huge gestation period. And I can see it's confusing. I really, really, really get you. I get you majorly, how you must be feeling with these 4 major arcanas. But this High Priestess, this going within, non-action, being receptive, comes with the Fool card. So the Fool card is the 0, okay? Now, in esoteric philosophy, now in most philosophies, everything must return to the 0. Which means all the books need to be balanced out. We don't want to be going forward, carrying unfinished business. That's carrying karma, depends what your philosophy is, because karma is just stuff that needs to be resolved. But you've been brought back to this Fool card. What on earth have you got going on here? So the Fool cards are true home. It's where we start and it's where we end. And every life experience and every card is always trying to bring us back to our true home, that new beginning, this beautiful energy of this divine Fool, okay? Because he's divine, because he is himself. He's no longer listening to rules from, other people's messages. In your head, I can't be me. I can't go forward. I can't do this. You know what? See, the best thing in life, sometimes it's to become that divine Fool, to no longer care, to trust the path that is set forth in front of you, and to make a decision to walk forward. Hugely healing here. And maybe the healing is happening by going within. Actually, it is by going within. So sometimes we get ill, as a classic example. We keep meeting roadblocks, and we can push these roadblocks, or we can step back into that divine energy and allow the process to happen from within, okay? I don't know what you've got going on, Leo, but I want it. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it's beautiful, very deep, very profound. But then we take a strange little course, Leo, okay? Now, I don't want you to panic here, but when we get to breakthrough, we always meet fear, okay? It's almost all our paths are laid down the same. And understanding life, understanding transformation, is understanding what happens. Because you've got that Buddha card, you see my Buddha there, and before we truly awaken, we all have to face fear. It's the gateway, and you've got fear coming up. And I think this fear is coming up. It's a residue. It's there to maybe trap you, to tell you, oh, what if this happens? What if this happens? And you're going into retreat. Retreat in a contracting way, okay? because your energy seems to be a bit rising up. That's what I'm feeling. And absolutely huge transformation here. We always meet fear when we're getting close to that treasure island, because we just think, oh my gosh, if I do this, this will happen. It's all that old conditioning, it's all that fight or flight, all those stored emotions still coming up. Leo, keep walking. Just keep walking, okay? Because it's with the Star card. It's like this grace that wants to help you, that wants to see you through, that wants to cleanse this fear. I feel quite taken back, actually. I'm sorry. So this is a fear, this is a contraction, and the Star card is grace. Now, grace does everything. It's what the universe is made of. It's the healing energy. This is what comes in if we allow it to remove these patterns from us, to remove these fears, to go, okay, my head might be filled with fear, but you know what? I'm going to take your hand and I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to keep going forward, and I'm going to keep allowing this transformation process to take place. I'm going to have faith, okay? Because faith is faith in the unknown, and I think you seem to be in some huge new territory here that's been asked of you. So you've been asked to have faith in the unknown, because that's what faith is. It wouldn't be faith if it wasn't in the unknown. You're still worrying about, you're still in the Nine of Swords energy. I'm going to pull you where this is all going. Five of Discs is fear again. Not good enough, insufficiency and lack, not good enough for that person, not good enough for this. Again, I think you're on a huge breakthrough. You obviously are having a huge process here, and life gets so intense just as we're about to liberate ourselves and go to that next stage. I don't know why. Think of every myth, every story you've ever read. It's all the same theme. It's the hero's journey, basically. And that's exactly what I'm picking up for you. It's with the Emperor, which I actually like. The Emperor is my least favourite card because it's not my energy, okay? It needs to be my energy. And the Emperor is I am and I will. Very attuned. I mean, it can be an Aries person, or it can be you rising up, rising that I am, getting your staff and going, regardless of this fear, regardless of this feeling of insufficiency and lack, I'm going to claim what is mine, my destiny. I'm going to take charge. I want to know where this is all going. Oh my gosh, this reading's giving me goosebumps. Where's this all going? Yeah, exactly what I thought. You're going to the World card. The World card is like a massive jigsaw puzzle, and you've been at it for years, and suddenly the last piece of the puzzle goes in. So you're going to a completion of a cycle, yeah? And you're going to have to trust me on this one, Leo. Before we get there, that is when the fear becomes the strongest. It's when